Motion Bro is weird. It also uses an add-on, but it works completely differently from everything else. Motion Bro uses After Effects compositions to make its transitions, though I'm pretty sure you don't actually need After Effects to be installed. And miraculously, it is able to overlap them, which means it can show both video sources at the same time, allowing for real wipes, pushes, and all manner of things. The add-on even tells you which ones work this way. Nice! You download it through the Creative Cloud app and have to do some annoying stuff to install the first pack, but after that, each subsequent pack is just drag and drop. To use Motion Bro, you first select all the clips you want involved in the transition, usually just 2, then you can optionally select a duration and sound effect to use, then click Apply on your desired transition. Now you wait for the transition to apply itself. In all the tests I did, this took at least 5 seconds. This particular one took 11.8 seconds, and I've seen it go longer than that. In the background, it's linking to an AE graphic file that is stored in the Documents folder on the C drive in this case. I think that's going to cause problems later when I want to move a finished video project onto my NAS to archive it, or if I want to share a project with another editor. I really prefer for all of a project's dedicated assets to be inside one folder, except for stuff that I reuse like sound effects. Compare this to Mr. Horse, which imports its AE graphic files straight into the project's own folder, right where they should be. Even after restarting my computer and creating a brand new project with very low resolution footage, 640 by 360, it still took 5 seconds for Motion Bro to do its thing. And even after the transition is imported, you probably won't be able to watch it until you render timeline previews, which will take even more time. A lot of these are quite graphically intense transitions. And I have a powerful computer. More like Motion Slowbro, am I right? Guys? Anyone? I'm glad that you can click on the duration bar to change the duration, but there's no indicator of how long a transition will be on the timeline before you apply it, like there is with Mr. Horse. And this bar will reset itself to the middle every time you click on a new folder, which I find turbo annoying. You can also choose from several different sound effects, which are decent, and there are automatic different versions for each of the animation types. And their length does scale with the length of the associated transition. However, the sounds don't always line up with the visuals, and I think most of them are too intense and attention-grabbing even after you turn down the gain. Once you have the transition imported, you can double-click to enter its sequence and potentially use the Essential Graphics Edit menu to change a few basic parameters. You gotta click to it though. But you can't change the animation type or transition length in here. Those options are only available before you apply the transition. If you change your mind, you'll need to delete the transition layer and start over. You can supposedly just highlight an existing transition and click to change it into a new one, but this doesn't always work for me. Also, if you want to change the position of your transition later, even by a single frame, you'll have to delete it and make a new one. Awful. Compare that to the action of a true transition, where you can use Q or W as much as you like, and the transition always comes along for the ride. But Motion Bro is not without merit. These are not a subscription. When you buy a pack, it's yours forever, including updates for the add-on itself, and Motion Bro has plenty of decent transitions that I haven't seen anywhere else. I'm not sure what I'd use them for, but I think these distortion transitions actually look pretty good. In fact, a lot of the Video Lancer transitions look good. Unfortunately, they're all cut-based. Why do it that way when you have the apparently rare ability to overlap clips? The glitch transitions also look good, but they're also cut-based. And these seamless transitions are not actually seamless. It tells you right here that there's a cut. A cut is a seam. Are you out of your mind? Why does everyone lie about this? These ones are cut-based, these ones are seamless. Now, there is a teensy-weensy, game-breaking little problem with the Motion Bro add-on. I can't go to any of my other packs. I have 4 of them installed right now, but I can only access 1. You are supposed to be able to click on a pack to get to it, but this just doesn't work. To get to the other packs, I have to, no joke, uninstall the one I'm currently on, and then I can access the next pack in line. This technically works, but it's absolutely insane. Alternatively, you can click and drag the packs around to change their order. It doesn't do anything until you exit Premiere entirely and reopen it. Now, whichever pack was in the leftmost position becomes the pack you have access to. You still can't click to enter any of your other packs, so get ready to restart Premiere anytime you want to access most of the transitions you paid for. So, I sent them an email describing my problem, and they asked, "Does your monitor have a touchscreen?" I told them that it does not, and I haven't heard from them since. And even with a fresh installation over 2 months later, the problem persists. Not a good look, bro. You just got secret shoppered. Fix your shit, bro. Until they fix this problem, you should absolutely not use Motion Bro. But under the assumption that they'll fix it eventually, I still don't know where to put them on the tier list. I don't see Motion Bro as being practical for everyday use transitions. It's just not fast enough. And even if it was, it's not usable and customizable enough. But they do have a lot of zany transitions, which I can't help but appreciate. I even bought the silicone pack because it was just so crazy looking. And speed and ease of use are a lot less important for transitions that you only use rarely. Therefore, I'm not going to put Motion Bro on the tier list. I'm putting them over here in their own special tier. Use at your own risk. In the next video, I'll discuss all the other Buncho layer transitions from independent creators. Spoiler alert, none of them are better than Mr. Horse.